Hello everyone, welcome to PixelTime number 43. Today I decided to practice some textures. I have seen a few people that do these spheres and they add textures to them. I think that's a fantastic idea because you can really get all your shadows and your lights, the different angles of lighting on your textures. So I decided to give that a go today. I will be coming in and out in this video just to talk about some of the key decisions that I made and some of the things that I liked and didn't like. Okay, so here I'm just working on a palette to use. I was going to try and restrict myself to just the 5 colors or 5 shades per color. You can see I wasn't very happy with the shading on that sphere, the first sphere I did. It was just to get started with anyway and have some colors to work with. So I originally wanted to have this shine going down the middle of the ice texture, but I ended up changing that into more of a part that's more scraped across it. I added a few of the cracks, and in the end I added some kind of icicles down the bottom as well. Just a couple of nicks in the top to make it look like there's some little cuts. So I copied it over as to not ruin the first one, and if I didn't like it I could start again. I wasn't completely happy with this idea. There were some parts of it that I thought need some work, but aspects like the cracks in the ice I thought looked really good. The next one I decided to do a gold sphere. This is something I really struggled with. The palette I chose was more orange because if you use yellows it tends to not look like gold. But to make it look like the shiny kind of reflective gold surface, I really struggled with that, and that is something I will have to go back to sooner or later. Tried to do some rim lighting, quite often a bit of lighting around the edge of the item or object, and it even comes out in the shadow areas, but it just wasn't working with the palette that I had and only using the 5 colors, so I did away with that. And this is where I start to really make it look a little bit more metallic by these kind of wavy looking shadows. I think that made it look a lot better. And then I started on my last texture. This texture was probably the only one I was truly happy with. It probably wasn't finished, wasn't perfect, but I was most happy with this one out of all of them. So you see I start to work in some of the kind of cracks, more like a dry waterbed where the dirt cracks. and you see the light on the inside of these cracks. And that was kind of the look I was going for. At one stage it started looking a lot like these little craters and a little moon, and it kind of ended up looking a little bit like that, but I dulled that down a bit later on in the piece. So you can see where the middle colour is, it kind of doesn't match up with the rest of the piece. It's a little bit flat there. I didn't intend for that to happen, but I didn't really notice it till looking back at the piece at the end. So, hindsight, something you can't pay for. Just went back and refined some of the cracks in the ice texture and played around with it a bit more. And yeah, so that's the end of the texture practice that I did. I'd love to know what you think about this idea. I'm thinking of doing a stream and really practicing different things like that, maybe doing a few challenges, maybe taking some requests. It's something that I'm thinking of doing in the future. Let me know if you think that's a great idea and what kind of time zone you're in as well, so I have a kind of idea where when to do the streams. Now, as you noticed, I haven't been doing too many videos recently. I've only been doing the one a week, and that is because I am working on a tutorial series, so I look forward to showing you that, and I'll most likely be releasing those once a week as well. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you thought of the video below. If you liked it, don't forget to hit that like button, and until next time, bye for now.